This is an important video because Jim Bridger arrived here in 1824, right here, what is now called Ogden, Utah, which Peter Skeen Ogden never set foot here. So I grew up here, born and raised here. Really, my grandmother, my mom worked at the Intermountain Indian School. Both my grandmothers, incredible historians, you know, multi-generation here. The native culture, the fur traders, Wasatch right here to hide was such a massive, massive piece of our culture. It was such a massive piece of Ogden, Utah. Those are real, by the way. And so, you know, for years I'm thinking 2024 will be 200 years. Floated down the Bear River, right by my house. He followed the Weber River up to where what is Fort Beneventura now, right above there. You know, the movie Revenant's based on his journal. Now, the new documentary that's out, I watched a bit of it. Whoa. I don't know. I don't think it's very representational of Jim Bridger. I know it's not. Jim Bridger, you know, his native wife, Chief Pulaski's daughter. I cannot believe that Ogden didn't do anything. The state of Utah didn't do anything. Weber County didn't do anything. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. You're talking. You think that's an historical event? Oh, my God. I'm asking an historical event. So the Ashley 100, there used to be a marker over by the library. I wanted to do a video last year. Somebody ripped it off. It's gone. You know, this is called Ogden. I can tell you a whole story of how it's called Ogden. He never set foot here. He was evil, by the way. He was evil. Peter Skeen Ogden was evil. So Kit Carson, the marker right down here, right down the road, right when the big elm flew right through it, and I kept saying, can I have it? And have it. They tore it down through the dump. That was just recently. You know, so Fremont was the evil of them all. I mean, the most evil of them all, James Grant, where the United States military stripped him of his
all right, good singing, good.
I cannot believe this was it was called Brownsville, Captain Brown, one battalion. And I looked for an name. Really should have been.
You know, you notice these songs have a pace to them. They kind of start off a little bit slower and gradually picks up.
He lived here. He was a young boy, him and Jedediah Smith. They lived here. I think the new show and documentary does an incredible injustice to Jim Bridger. Anyway, I cannot. By the way, this has been the best powwow ever. And, you know, I go to these guys are all. So Mr. Watson gave this incredibly. He went with the drum circle in full dress. What a dancer he is! He's right there.
Take it away.
And he gave this incredible dissertation on his whistle. He's batting, and he gave a dissertation on the whistle and what it meant, and the elders that made it for him when he was young. So they made 4 of them, and it's about he showed the ceremony. You get one of these young dancers, young Nels, had a stroke. So he gave his attire to his friend. His friend's dancing. And he gave him a blessing. And he talked about if you don't do the whistle right, nobody does it, so bad things can happen. It was absolutely incredible. Incredible to listen to. And then he went and danced. I wish I had that on video. It was stunning, actually. With the whistle, with the drum circle, one of them. Talk about some great drum circle. And I absolutely appalled that Ogden, Utah, Weber County did nothing to that history revival. I mean, you don't think that's. Remember when I hiked up the mountain? I'm one of the only people on earth that knows where that's at, where the rocks are piled up there. This is an incredible story. My bloodlines are right, Potter. My grandmother's Ella Potter Huntsman. So, as you know, that incredible story. I read her book. He spoke all 5 tribes. So up there in Echo Canyon, as I drive by there having some pet horses all the time, I always thought the rocks, I finally found a spot in there. That's it. So I found this old periodical, this old, a lot of Utah years ago now, this picture of Mr. Philip. That's not true. Anyway, he hiked up there.
Oh,
So I on an Easter Sunday, I hiked up there. When I spoke cancer. And I got up there, I'm probably one of the only human beings that's ever been there where the rocks, when they pushed down on Johnson's army coming through Echo. And as I got up there, there was a metal tag that he had placed up there all those years ago when he hiked. It's on.
All right, I think we're going to
probably got 100 videos.
Women's Fantasy Shawl coming out. We really want to see how many are out there.
It had fallen down. There, I saw it down there, and I picked it up and saw what it was. So I put it back. You can see what it was. So I placed it back. That video, I am absolutely appalled.
Head girl is
that
Nicholas
Ogden,
Spirit.
Weaver
Junior
County,
Senior Princess.
the
Head
state
boy
of Utah
Nicholas
did
Spirit.
nothing
Junior Senior Ambassador.
to celebrate
MC to be announced.
that.
Creative Director Sebastian Materia.
Whatever word you want to use. I don't know if you use the word celebrate.
Utah spiritual leader Steve Dodich, William Utah. Color guard Lino family, Salt Lake City, Utah.
In all
right, Lane, how we look?
This
all right,
area is called.
Ready rock and roll?
Y'all, I grew up 7 generations.
Take it away.
You know, they called it Deseret when I was a kid. My twin sister worked designs down there at the candy counter. I mean, I could write a whole book on it, but I am absolutely appalled that Ogden Weaver County did nothing for the 200th anniversary. Such a marquee, gigantic event. Gigantic. Floated the Bear River. Followed right behind my house, the Big Bend in the river. I'm 7th generation to live right there on that piece of ground as far as us Europeans go. Worked his way up the Weaver River, where it's Fort Benefit Church. The movie Revenant's based on his journal. Right there, which is now Ogden, Utah. Again, Peter Skin Ogden never set foot here. Now, I go to the Bear River Massacre every year. They used to call it battle when I was a kid. I go every year. 512 women and children while they sleep. Reminds me exactly what's going on in Badger right now. Now, what did they called it Lion? Remember everyone has it? Now, who did that? Was it Connors? Talk about evil, but Jim Bridger wasn't that. Jim Bridger wasn't that. I think it's incredible injustice what that show does to Jim Bridger. It's actually appalling. This has been the best powwow, and I go to it every year for many, many, many years. When I grew up here and in Brigham City, Utah, my mother worked at the Intermountain Indian School. You know, Peach Days was such an event because all the tribes came and danced. All the elders would speak. Mr. Watson, that dissertation he gave today was so in full dress. He's right there. It was so impressive. It was so incredible. Talking about his whistle, he calls it. You know, made out of a willow. And he played it over there with the drum circle. I'm good at these drum circles. How beautiful. It's been the best powwow ever. I've been here all day. By the way, that movie or show, whatever it's called, Primal, whatever, I've watched some of it. I think it's an incredible injustice to a lot of people. I mean, it's based on historical fact, but I don't think it's, well, I know.
Second song, we're going to Desert Creek. Fade across right over here. Oh, you probably want to go that way.
I am appalled that they didn't do anything. Nothing. Zero. I kept waiting. Well, I talked to the mayor. He said, well, why? I said, you're the mayor, dude, not me. You know, it's pretty amazing. So it's been an incredible powwow here.
Holy cow.
This is sacred ground. This is controversial when they built the Purple Palace
I was
there.
asking, like,
The
how do you
event
make
center.
holy water?
I can write
He
a whole
goes,
book
"Oh, it's
on
pretty
that.
simple."
I was involved.
He goes, all you do is put some water into a pan and then you boil the hell out of it. I'm like, oh, it's not too bad. All right, we're going to our second song.
200 years.
All right,
It was
we're
all
going to
last
our
year.
second
It's
song.
2025 now. What a beautiful culture. What a beautiful place we live in, Utah. Oh boy.
Violent.
Right here where I live,
Violent Diddy. Violent.
still beautiful. I gotta tell you this story. These beads are old. You know, I'm the Chinook salmon biologist. I'm the function biologist. The guy right there, they're sitting right there, gave me these. They come from, they're old, really old, and they're from along the Columbia River. That's why he gave them to me. He knows my dad. Hey, Blanch, come here. There's a basketball game out here. Oh, you gotta have this. I made this for you. I got this from her, you know, it's right there. It's very hallowed, sacred ground that we're on. I cannot believe they didn't do anything. So, yeah, I'd like to see something do a real, from the native perspective, the true perspective, about Kim Bridger and his wife.
That was a good one.
The whole path here.
Oh,
So here comes the good stuff. Let's keep it going.
That was a good one. Real good one.
You're talking one of the marquee events.
All right. Man, Trisho, come on down to the arena. Go on and get a good look at you.
These
See where the
European
other two
invaders have been coming here and
Three
fighting
groups,
over this land for
even four
500
groups.
years. When the Mormons got here, this was Mexico. You know, right here. And
Maybe
the capital of
12
Mexico was
groups,
Monterey, California.
two
I mean, so before that, Spain claimed it. Old Spain, you know. New Spain.
All right, let's get these beautiful
Yeah,
women.
before
Let's
that,
get a round of applause for gracing us
Not
with their
Wasatch go
presence.
too high. You know, same with Cash, which is French, because the French were here robbing the fur.
Dance look
John
real
Weaver said that
easy
there
to
was
do.
more fur, more birds.
All right, we have another lost cell phone. Looks like Samsung. Come on up. You lost
It
your
blows my
phone.
mind, actually. Why? I mean,
Echoing
that
Spirit
they wrote it
will be
that
also having
quickly.
his first annual
The
Princess
history
and
has
Ambassador
gone away
pageant.
that
Ranger
radically,
High
but what I
Auditorium,
do see here
Thursday,
in this culture,
April
I've
3rd,
seen this grow the
2025
last
from
few
6 p.m. to 8
years.
p.m. So
I've
come
seen
on
some
out
of the
again.
younger
Echoing
people get
Spirit
more
Social
physical.
Power
I
on
was
Saturday.
worried even 8,
May
9 years
24th.
ago that these
And the pageant.
powwows here in Utah were going away.
May
You didn't
3rd.
see any of the young dancers. Oh, you see them now. They're back out. I mean,
Ace
more
Teller,
beautiful than
one
ever.
drum, one stick. Gonna make your way up to the
so this is the best of the
area.
best now. So
Oh, you said you can't.
it is shocking that they didn't do anything. Kim Bridger adopted the native ways. A lot of people did that came here, the early so-called bird trade. Oh, they're not.
Like I mentioned before, remember, subscribe to One Drum, One Stick.
I mean, this historic land, this historic place that I grew up on, it's so incredibly beautiful.
All right, we're going to 2 groups.
I grew up on the
First
edge of the
group's
Great
down
Salt
the
Lake.
arena, second group
The
step
view
aside.
of what is Mount Ogden, Ben Lomond now from my house, it would blow your mind. Well, you've all seen it, people who watch my videos. It's been such a good powwow. I've been here all day. The thing that's encouraged to me is so many beautiful young people involved. More than ever. Keep it going.
All right, one stay on the arena, two step to the side. All right.
So 200.
All right, so first song is going to Ghost Canyon. We're going to have a Southern Street Dancer out there, so we want to keep it fair. So second song is going to go to South Hill for a changer. All right, looks like we're ready to go. Ghost Canyon, take it away.
It's Shoshone here. This is Shoshone one. This is Shoshone. What an incredible, beautiful culture. I can only imagine. Let's go back in time 202 years ago, before there were any Europeans here in Ogden. Out by my house, they would come all the youth trails right by my house. You know, they go out by the lake. So my uncle Gibb used to have this, he lived out by the lake. You wouldn't believe what he had. He had this whole shed that he had built for, you know, Native American artifacts on his land. So they would come out here in winter on the edge of the Great Salt Lake. He lived on the edge of the Great Salt Lake. Didn't believe. So I grew up understanding and knowing all this. I used to play in the wigwams. I really grew up, most of us did it in Ogden, Utah. We had an incredible school district, and in English, we got taught the real history. We knew the real history. You know, I guess maybe they don't want us to know the real history anymore, our children. But we sure knew it, and it was sure integrated, it was sure a big piece of our culture. I knew it from a very, very young child. I remember telling I was playing the wigwams. Somebody told me they were muskrat, Dad. I said, no, they're not. My grandmother told me, I said, they look like people's houses. They are people's houses. I was real little. She told me.
All right,
I said, you mean to tell me?
First song, traditional.
We stole people. I didn't. So I always knew that we lived on stolen land. I knew that. I've known that since my very first memories.
So remember, there's a couple of celebrations going on next weekend.
And most people in Ogden did. I mean, the native culture was gigantic here. I mean, Bloom's was still here. The fur traders were still here. People were still trapping beaver and muskrat.
And we also got Utah State University.
Bobcat, not that long ago. So it was such a giant part of our culture. There's so many native elders that were still here in Ogden.
And then the following week after that is
they're all about verbal. They don't. I mean, that's how you pass history. Is verbal. That's how I learned. Anytime you talk about your grandparents, your grandparents, your great grandparents, which I always do. I cannot believe they didn't do anything. Oh, it's disgraceful. Somebody needs to do a whole movie just on the Jim Bridger experience. Started from the day he floated down the, from when Glass got ripped up by the bear in Yellowstone. What a story William Glass is. I mean, you go right at the cemetery, right behind here, right over here, and you go there, and there's several graves walk through there. killed by grizzly bear. Because I watched part of that final thing, and I'm like, I'm not too much of a fan of it, to be honest with you. I mean, it's based on the Mountain Meadow Massacre, which we know who did that. It's disturbing, but the depiction of Jim Bridger, I think, is, well, incredible injustice. I think there's a lot of accurate stuff in it. I've watched it all, but there's a lot of inaccurate stuff.
All right, let's go. Sing a song for Main Traditional.